Hey Say friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Classroom Setup 2020. If you missed a video, please make sure you go back and check it. There's 6 videos in total and they are in order. So if you missed one, go back and watch it. They're short this time, super quick and fun. I hope you enjoy these videos and I hope you can tell that I put my heart and my soul into my classroom, and I'm really grateful that I get to share it with you guys. So thank you for supporting me. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. I appreciate it, and let's get into it. Hey friends, good morning. Today is Saturday, October 17th. I'm coming to you from my house this morning because I am just so incredibly exhausted. And, you know, I keep saying it, but me and my husband just moved into a new house. It's a mess. We're trying to unpack. I'm trying to get ready for school. And I feel like I just am not able to catch up with everything. And I had to give myself a little pep talk this morning and just remind myself that it's okay if the kids get here on Monday and my classroom is not completely set up. It's just the perfectionist in me, the part of me that wants to be perfect, really wants it to be that way. But look around. I mean, everything is a mess, and that is a very accurate reflection of how I feel on the inside right now. I'm very grateful that we have this new house, and I'm very grateful that we got it in time because I was worried we weren't gonna find a house. And I'm very grateful that my kids are coming back to school. It just feels like a lot all at once. So I'm gonna take it slow today. I'm gonna give myself grace. It's really, really hard to do, especially, teachers going back to school. We want things to be perfect for our kids, but I still have to plan the first week of school. I still have to get everything ready, and I just don't know how much I'm gonna be able to fit in this weekend. So I just kind of wanted to share with you guys how I'm feeling. I know a lot of other teachers out there are returning to school on short notice, and it's overwhelming. It really is. Hopefully you already had your room set up and you don't have to go through it all, kind of like how I am doing right now. But either way, we're all in this together. So I'm gonna actually stop by the gas station and grab coffee and probably a Lunchable from the gas station, and not even bother making a trip to Starbucks. I just want to go ahead, get in my classroom, and get stuff done. It's gonna be a busy day. Look at this mess though, you guys. I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a full, like a house tour when everything is like put away. But for now, this is life. Okay, we are back in the classroom. Tell you what, even though it's messy, I really like the way it's coming out actually. I mean, yesterday, I was kind of upset about this bulletin board. I don't know why. The colors looked weird to me, but after, taking a day away and coming back to it, I like the way it turned out. Organized my books. The thing is, these are all of my read alouds, and then after I have my read alouds for the week, I usually put them in like a bin or a bucket. That way my kids can pull them and read them, because I love when they go back and reread a book that we've read together, even if it's just going back and looking at the pictures. I think one of the best things you can do for kids to develop a love of reading is give them as much access to books as possible. So if my kids want to read a book we've read in class together, I totally let them. And look, all my books are still fine. It's totally okay for me. I have this bin that I might use for books that I'm going to be pulling soon. I also have those bins over there that I could use too. But what I was just working on was pulling books, like this one I want to read when we come back, but pulling books that I want to keep around the room. So like books that I use to teach concepts or certain centers, I like to keep them in that area just as kind of a little reminder. I also really like the way a classroom looks when there are books just everywhere. And I'll tell you about it in a second when they're done cutting the grass on both sides of me. I think the next thing that I want to do is there's these strings stapled and hanging all over the classroom, and I want to take them down just so I can, I know this sounds weird, but just so I can like see the walls better and like envision where I want things to go, because the next big project that I have to do is put up the alphabet and number line and all of those things. Right, fresh and clean. It feels so much more open for some reason, just taking down those little strands. Okay, wow, look at this blank wall. I love seeing befores. I can't wait to see like what all I put on this wall. I know this middle section is gonna be my command center. Alphabet will be up there. I still can't decide if I want phonics posters to go all the way across the wall or to be kind of centered in this location. I know I want sight words over here. Okay, so I started putting out my calendar. I have this little whiteboard that I used as my whiteboard to teach with last year, but I want to utilize it this year since I don't really have any magnetic whiteboards. So I thought I could put it on that wall. My schedule could go up there too, probably with sticky clips. And then I also found my Pokemon measuring unit that I made that I can't do this year, but it's still so fun. And now I need to hang up my number posters and color posters, but I'm thinking I might make a trip out now to Michael's, and then since Michael's is by Home Depot, I can go and I can get some command strips and things like that to do the rest of what I need to do. I don't know, I feel like I'm just going in circles around my room and just working on a little bit at a time because that's just how my brain works. Alright, so I went ahead and started hanging my Number Sense posters up just with thumbtacks. I like the way this side looks, like the spacing of it, and I want to space these out just a little bit more, so good thing that I use thumbtacks. And then once I get this side spaced out a little bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and staple the top row. Okay, the posters are up except for number 20. Number 20 fell down in my first classroom behind the whiteboard, so I have to print a new one of those. And I am going to take the matte spray paint I have at home and go over everything that I hang up, just because if I turn on the lights and go over here, you can kind of see the glare on there. And that was something I didn't know you could do my first year of teaching, but last year I saw my friend from Putting Forth Effort use the matte spray paint, that way it wouldn't glare. So I don't know if she came up with it or if it was someone else, but I am really excited to do that this year, just so they can actually see them. I have this over here that I need to finish, like I've said this entire time, but I don't really have enough border, but I do have another pack of this stuff. So if I wanted to, I could skip like the wood trim. I mean, it's already wood. It's not like it makes that much of a difference, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's not like it really makes that big of a difference. I don't know that anybody would necessarily call me out because I didn't put a wood border behind it. I mean, I feel like on camera it looks really thin, but in person, like, you can tell more. Like, you can see, I don't know, maybe I should have put it thicker. It's not like I overlapped it too much, did I? I don't know. Okay, the next random thing I'm going to do is put some books up in my library. Some of them we've read, but some of them we're gonna read soon enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and display them in the library. Here's how this came out. I think it looks pretty good. I am, this weekend I'm gonna be making new labels for these because she does have them labeled. Or honestly, I could just take them off and put them in the front, and then that way I would know what they are, because the teacher before me left these books, and I think I've explained it before, but what she did was, like, for her library, she had one bin that they used, I guess for like a season or so, and then she put them on here and they chose from the books here. So I'm gonna be using her bins too, and I'm gonna be putting them on this little display. but my bins will be out as well. So I guess I can explain now. My plan is each group, since I have 4 groups, they're gonna pick a book from a shelf. So like the first week, my Fiddle Leafs might get this shelf. The second week, they would get this shelf. The third week and the fourth week. So each month they could pick from the entire library, but they would be rotating which shelf they get each week. Does that make sense? So within the shelf, they can pick whatever book they want, that entire group. It's a little quick overview. I did get a ladder, which is good. Here's what the room looks like. The windows let in a lot of light naturally anyway, but I like the added effect that the lamps give. Okay, here's where I put the lamp. This is the lamp that I got from Target, in case you're curious. I think I like it there. The only other place I would put it would be somewhere like over here, but I think this gets enough natural light from the windows, and it looks really bright in here on camera. It's more like, I'd say this is more like accurate, maybe not even that dark. Maybe like that is what it looks like. I'm adjusting the exposure so you can see. I did move the lamp that I had over here in this corner because I think I want to take it home, because it doesn't really add anything to this room. It did in my last room, because my last room was pretty dark if the lights were out, but I think I'm going to take this home and put it in our bedroom. This is kind of the list that I have been working on. Okay, it is 5 o'clock. I'm back from the store, and my husband is also here because he is going to help me fix one of my, you can see, one of those dining room chairs. I got them from Goodwill. One of them was like a little iffy. When I taught first grade, I'm out of breath. And it fell apart, and it wasn't the kid's fault. It's just that it was a chair from Goodwill, so my husband's gonna fix it. So this is partly painted. I still have to go over it one more time. I think it looks so much better white, so fresh, so beautiful. The other thing, I will say, I think this paint is bad because it smells like bad paint, and it's like thick like jelly. I don't know if you can see how thick it is, but it's like jelly. So I'm pretty sure this was bad, but that's okay because it was only like $3.50 or something. I also just measured my paper because I have extra left over. I finished putting it up over here, and I actually cut it pretty poorly down there, but I think I can make my border cover it. If not, it's fine. I had all of this paper left over, so I thought, oh, I wonder if I have enough to go across the backs of these disgusting bookshelves, and I do, so I'm gonna cut them. I think it looks better than the black, at least. I don't know. I have to trim the top. I don't know. It doesn't look amazing. It's a little crazy, but I figure it's not gonna stay perfect. I don't even know if it'll last. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Maylene. All right, it is dark outside. It's 7:30 and I'm about to go home, but I'll show you the room. At my last school, I had this above my door. This is what the white hooks look like. John screwed them all back in for me. I moved the flag over here. It was over there. Now it's over here. Have that stool. I put up those wooden borders on top of the windows. I didn't have enough to do this side, so I have to get some more. And then I hung up this poster board from Michaels, and then my whiteboard. And the calendar's crooked, but I'll fix it later. So I have my calendar. That's gonna have my schedule on it, just as a place to kind of anchor it. I don't know if I love the poster board, but it's okay for now. I think I like it, I'm just not sure. And that is the room.